Vancouver's electric bus revolution is here, and this is everything you need to know about them so far. TransLink's history of electric started back around 2017, with a new Flyer XE60 pilot bus. The following year, they ordered 4 40-foot demonstrators for the Hamilton Transit Center. This included 2 new Flyer XE40s and 2 Novabus LFS-Es. At the end of the trial period, it turned out that both didn't really perform the best, but Novabus was already ahead. Later in the very same year, they introduced the longer-range LFS-E Plus and displayed their new prototype at the APTA Transit Conference in New York City. While the original LFS-E had a range of 120 kilometers, the updated LFS-E Plus has increased that range to around 340 to 470 kilometers. Yeah, a pretty big leap there. TransLink and the Coast Mountain Bus Company became the launch customer of the model in 2021 for a total of 15 units. Or at least they were supposed to be the launch customer. Because of the COVID logistical backlog, they weren't delivered until 2023, with several agencies beating TransLink to the punch. A few agencies based out of Quebec would be the first to operate the type along with a few other customers until 2024. This is when the model started to explode in popularity across the country, with cities like Toronto, Halifax, Oakville, Saskatoon, and numerous others jumping on the LFS-E Plus. This momentum would not slow down in 2025, with a major win for the model taking place in Alberta. Calgary Transit, one of those transit systems that likes to hold on to old but reliable vehicles, decided to make an order for around 200 of them. This achievement also came with deliveries for existing customers, including 15 for the Coast Mountain Bus Company. For the first 5 years or so, the electric buses were restricted onto the Marine Drive corridor for the River District and Trapp to Marpole on Route 100. Starting in 2025, however, the LFS-Es were able to stretch their legs a bit. Route 116 between Edmonds and Metrotown unofficially started electric service with a Latenda Electra prototype and has since seen select rush hour trips to the LFS-E Plus. The 104 from 22nd Street down to Anarchist Island has also seen some select electric service, but considering how slow the buses move on that route, it's not really a good test for these buses' performance. And then there's the 418, the 410's sister route down to Kingswood, but there is one route that is a bigger test than all of these routes combined: the 410. The 410 is either the second or third longest route out of 22nd Street Station, with trips on the route lasting up to an hour. Buses that use the route have to deal with the highway run, stop-and-go traffic, meandering sections through Fraserwood, and sprints down quieter roads. All of this, and the fact that there is not really a charger on the Richmond end, makes it a challenge for the LFSEs, and a true test of their range. From personal experience of riding on these things, the biggest asset for the LFSE is by far the ride quality. The Gen 4 platform is already the best riding out of Nova's catalog, and that combined with the electric motors produces an absolutely sublime experience, at least for a bus anyway. The LFS E Plus has by far the smoothest acceleration out of any bus in TransLink's fleet, and the electric traction motors are oddly satisfying to listen to. For your everyday rider that isn't a fan of the bus engines, the noise levels are excellent. Other than the LFSE, there is, or was, a number of other competitors in this space. TransLink tested out a Latenda electric bus on the Route 116 just over a year ago now, or just about a year ago now at least. It was by far the best riding bus of its size, but Latenda being such a small company might present a few disadvantages. And then there's also the Carson E-Jest. Oakville has some of these things, and they look absolutely bizarre and are probably way too small for any service that Vancouver has. Several other agencies, specifically Toronto and Edmonton in this case, also ordered buses from Proterra, which have been absolutely cooking. No, literally, they were quite literally cooking themselves to pieces. Unsurprisingly, Proterra went bust in 2024. And then there's the Chinese-based BYD. They already have a factory based in Newmarket, I think, in Ontario. That combined with a recent trade deal for Chinese EVs and a contract that we already have building BC ferries from China, there is a possibility of BYD's buses having a bigger presence in Canada. TransLink does appear to have another electric bus model on order, as some of them are advertised to have en route charging. There is one bus model that is advertised with this feature, and it's not the Nova. It's the New Flyer XE40 Charge. Oh no. Apparently these things do not have the best reputation, which isn't really a surprise considering their recent track record of the Excelsior line. I also haven't ridden on one of these, but an agency that already has the New Flyer is Victoria, where they've been operating over there since around 2024. If you want me to experience the competition over there, as well as other models, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Overall though, the LFSEs are a really good start, and are performing really well. They're smooth, quiet, have oddly satisfying traction motors, and are built on a somewhat reliable platform. This fact has been shown by other agencies committing to the type and ordering them in the hundreds. More orders of the type are anticipated to start service in the next few years or so, including a 50-unit order for Port Coquitlam, meaning yes, the XN40 invasion is only temporary. Thank goodness. If you enjoyed this video or want to see more nerdy breakdowns like this, you may like these videos.